Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 6 of your opulent self. We are so thrilled to have you with us. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jo Wolf, and I am Operations Manager and Senior Success Advisor with Your Two Minds and the Millionaire Roundtable Group. And today I am joined by 4 of the most incredible women. But before I introduce you to them, I would just really want to send out a huge welcome to 2 incredible new people who have jumped into the Your Two Minds 12-month program. Huge shout out to Diana from the UK and Alana. We are so thrilled to have you on board. Welcome. We cannot wait to get to know you and welcome you into this incredible community and watch your amazing journeys. So today we are taking a trip around the globe because I am joined with 4 wonderful women who are in different corners of the world. So we have the beautiful Lisa, who is from the UK but lives in China. We have Angie, who is in the United States, Bonisa in South Africa, and Kylie in Victoria, Australia. So welcome to you all. Thank you so much for being here. How is everyone today?
Awesome.
You're good? Good? Wonderful. Okay, fabulous. Bonisa, you're muted as well, hun. So
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Wonderful. We're thrilled to have you here. So we just want to do a little bit of a dive into who each of you are, your journeys, and hear about your experiences. So I'd love to hear from each of you a little bit about yourselves, how you came across the Your Opulent Self Master Course, and what it was that made you register and come on board. So Lisa, I'd love to start with you if you'd love to share with us.
Oh, I'm just in my mind, like thinking, like, what, how did it all start? So I think I'd already kind of made a decision that I wanted my life to change anyway. And I've grown up with the idea of that you can achieve anything that you want in life. It's just, you just need to know the tools to be able to do it. And I know that the thinking that I had only got me to this certain level, but I needed to go to a different level. So I kept on asking the universe, I was like, what is my next big step? What is my next big step? What is my next big move? And then I got like a message to say 7 days free coaching, how your life is going to change in 7 days. And I was like, I don't think anything's actually going to happen in 7 days, right? But then something just kept on saying at me, just register. It's 5 days. It'll be fine, and it's free, right? So I was like, but then there's no commitment on either side, really. But so I was like, okay. So I jumped on, and then the 5 days it was just, I don't want to use the word magical, but it was like the way that my husband was with me and like my family life had completely taken like a 180. And then I think we was on a call and I said that I don't like, Susanna had asked me a question and I was like, I can't afford not to take this step. Like the fact of going back to what I was living, I had a good life before, but to go back to that, it just, oh my God, I didn't want to. That's what I knew.
Yeah.
I didn't know how I was going to get the money. I didn't know how anything was going to happen. I just went by, I just trusted that the universe had brought me my next step and that this was going to help me get to the next level and where I wanted to go. So I just said yes. And then everything kind of just fell into place for what I needed. Still a work in progress, right? But yes.
Yeah,
that's kind of my
incredible.
Story in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's incredible. I remember meeting with you before the first, you registered for Your Opulent Self and we caught up before it actually started. And then to sort of be with you and support you through that 7-8 days was incredible. And to see so much open up for you, and you were so there was such an energy about you. It was incredible. You were so ready for it. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing to watch. What with the actual course itself, like Your Opulent Self with the the 7-8 days, what is it that sort of really connected with you the most from that?
How I'm programmed is I know that what my current program is getting these results. So I always just, if I'm going to a next level and I made that decision to go to the next level, I just throw myself in 100%. Like, as you know, my goals and my vision board I already had. It took 10 years for my husband to come. He finally has arrived, yeah. But like, I didn't want to wait another 10, 20 years for that. So sorry, can you, I'm going off on a tangent. Yeah, so I was just going to say about just before we made that decision where that terror barrier did hit, and I was like, it was like thunderstorming outside. I was like, oh my God, I'm causing thunderstorms. And it was the best decision I made. But that moving that terror barrier, as I now know it to be, was not the most comfortable, but I just threw myself in. I already knew what I was going to do. Already knew what my calling was. It's not like a luxury for me to decide to do this. Like, even in the past where I've gone and I've failed and I've tried, but I don't want to do this anymore. Something deeper is always like, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. So I just threw myself into the course for 7 days. I did what was asked. I didn't ask no questions. I was like, is this what we need to do? Okay, let's do it. Right. So I wasn't like, oh, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? No, just like, I just did the exercises and I just threw myself in, even if it was uncomfortable, even if I was like, my knees were shaking, it didn't matter. Right. I was just like, you've got two options. You can either go forward and win or go back to what you had. And I didn't want more of what I already had. But I think just taking on board what was being taught and applying that would be what I got the most out of the 5 days. I think I've answered your question. I did go off a little bit, but I'm sure I brought it back in, right?
Absolutely perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And you have the most incredible drive and determination, Lisa. You're absolutely amazing. So it's been incredible to witness. And Angie, I'd love to hear, if you're able to share a little bit about yourself.
Thank you.
And how your opulent self came, crossed your path, and, what made you actually register for the course.
Well, I have trained in hypnotherapy, and we have practice partners that we get matched up with. And I had a practice partner who shared it with me. She said she did it and she thought it would help me too. And she said, it's free, a free week. So, what have you to lose? And so I decided to check into it. And it's kind of cool because, to think that I had gone through the hypnotherapy program, I had tried for a year to get my business started, and it just wasn't moving at all. I wasn't getting any clients, despite my best efforts. And in the hypnotherapy forum that we have on Facebook, a lot of other practitioners and therapists were saying, how do you get your business started? How do you get your business started? And a lot of responses were, especially from those who are being successful at getting their business going, said, get a coach, just get a coach. But I'm going, get a coach, where do I find a coach? And if I go through the internet and start looking up coaches, how do I know I'm finding the right one who's really going to help me and not just take my money and leave me, where I am anyway. So when this practice partner shared the link with me to join your opulent self, I thought, well, hey, a free week. I can't, fuss at that. So I did it, and it's turned out to be the thing that is going to launch my business. So everything just aligned. We talk about that, and everything just kind of came together for me. So
yeah, that's
how I found it. It was actually through somebody else who shared it with me.
Yeah, that's incredible. And look, I'm going to come back to each of you and where you are now compared to when you first started. But Angie, what was it from the course itself? Was there a particular sort of session or day or moment or anything that particularly clicked with you that sort of, really resonated?
The main thing is going through the hypnotherapy training. We're taught somewhat about how our mind thinks and the rules of the mind and all of that. But what I found with this, what intrigued me about it was it went much deeper than my hypnotherapy training. It went into details about how we think. And it really got me to thinking about my own thoughts and what is it that I'm thinking about. So,
Yeah.
and I kept thinking, I'm struggling to get my business going. I'm struggling to get, so there's that struggle, instead of I'm a successful therapist. You got to really, you got to fine
So
tune those
focused.
thoughts. And it's taught me to fine tune
Nice.
my thinking. So
Yeah. I love that. That's absolutely awesome. Awesome. Kylie, we'd love to hear your story on how you came by, a little bit about yourself, and then also how you came by your opulent self, and what sort of made you jump into register.
Yeah, so I'm Kylie, in Victoria in Australia. So I have a friend who, with the last Your Opulent Self, she invited me to come along and join the group, and I thought, why not? We're in lockdown. There's not a lot else to do, so it was, and that was a turning point for me. Like, from where I've come from to where I am now has just been amazing. I have grown so much. There's not one thing that I can say. There's many things that have brought me up to where I am now from where I was, and it's just been an amazing journey. It's just been incredible. I'm seeing so many changes in myself. People around me are seeing changes, and I've actually had a couple of people asking me about what is it that I'm doing already. Yeah, it's wonderful. It is amazing.
It is incredible. And Kylie, like I said, we'll come back to each of you and where you're at now versus when you sort of jumped before you jumped into the program. But Kylie, you look different as well. Like everything about you is different to when I first met you. So it's been the most incredible thing to witness. It's just been absolutely wonderful. Yeah, it's awesome. And beautiful Benisa, how did you come by your opulent self, and what made you jump into register? And a little bit about yourself, who you are.
Okay, so I'm Bonisa and I'm from South Africa, Johannesburg. I am a musician. So how I came about with Opulent Self was through my mom. Um, I'm a very spiritual person, like everything I do is so spiritually intense. And around my circle, it's always been hard for people to relate to me. So I was actually quite shocked when my mom told me about Opulent Self, because by her telling me made me realize that she eventually understands me. Because I remember the first conversation I had with Joe. I was supposed to talk to her for 5 minutes, and we ended up talking for almost an hour. And I was like, oh my word, she gets me. She gets me. She understands me. And it just wanted me to know more. It wanted me to do more, to say, like, what is this? Who is Susanna? What's going on? I feel like I found people who are like me. I feel like I'm entering into a circle of people who understand what spiritual realm is about, and using your energy, using the mind, the vibrations. So that was one of the major reasons why I was like, no, I need to tap into this and dig deeper and see what's happening here. um so yeah, and here I am.
And here you are, which has been absolutely incredible. And your depth of soul and spirit, Vanessa, is just absolutely awe-inspiring, and it can be felt. I know that first conversation we have, I remember it. I didn't want to put the phone down. We could have just kept going. I know each of you. I know I've absolutely so blessed, because every single one of you that I'm looking at now, I had the absolute pleasure and so blessed to meet each of you before you started this journey, and to connect with you and support you through that, your opulent self, and then as you made the decisions to jump into your Two Minds program. So I sit here feeling so proud of you all, and I know Susanna she's just absolutely adores every single one of you. So it's just wonderful to see where you are, and in such a short time. So I'd love to explore that a little bit further, because I know for Kylie, Benisa, and Angie, it's been about 7 weeks since you finished the last Your Opulent Self and you decided to jump into the Your Two Minds coaching program. So I would love, and Lisa, you're on the Your Opulent Self back in May, I think. Was it May or July? I think I've lost track of time there. I think it might have been the
Yes. That's
May or July one. Yeah. So I'd love to hear from each of you.
May.
And I know you've touched on it. It was May. Yeah, I thought it was May. I know you've still touched on it and sort of that jumping into the program, but I'd love for you to just explain to us a little bit more about what that decision process was, what that was like for you to make that decision, the fear you felt and sort of stepping through that to jump into the program, and what that's meant for you since joining the Susanna in her 12-month program. So Kylie, did you want to start and share?
Sure. Yeah, so for me, it was a huge decision. I wasn't sure if I was making the right decision. I was doubting myself. I thought, is this going to be the right thing for me? I had absolutely no idea. In the end, I just put my faith into it, and it just all happened, and it just happened beautifully, and I was able to work out a way to be able to do it, and there's no looking back. Like, there is absolutely no looking back. It's been incredible. So the best decision I have made in my life.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said before, you look different, Kylie. Your energy's different. You glow. You're absolutely glowing. So without only what you're comfortable to share, obviously, but can you tell us what it sort of meant for you for your own personal, your self-confidence, your self-belief, your self-worth, how that sort of shifted or opened up for you?
All of those things have flourished in a way that I could never have imagined before, and it's exactly what I've wanted in my life, and now I have it. It's just the best feeling. I feel great. I'm confident. I look forward to getting up in the morning and doing my ritual things that I do in the morning, and it's exciting. Yeah. And it's exciting to do that. So, yeah, amazing.
That's incredible. And hello, 7 weeks. You've got a whole year with Susanna. So imagine where you're going to be at the end of that 12 months.
Yes, I am so excited to see what the future is going to bring me. It's like, if this is what I've got in 7 weeks, what am I going to have in another 10 months?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, it's just absolutely amazing. Angie, I'd love to hear from you as well. What's that decision process? Because I know we spoke, we connected straight off and we spoke multiple times, and I know that was a big decision for you to jump into this as well. So, whatever you're comfortable to share, we'd love to hear what your experience was of that. What was sort of standing in your way of jumping into that decision, and what then made you make the decision, and how things have opened up for you in the past 7 weeks.
Well, what made me make the decision was as I look back through my life, I was frustrated and I was tired with other people making the decision for me. And I felt like it was other people in my life holding me back from what I really wanted to do. And when I looked at my life, I could go back to events that happened in my life where when I really, really wanted something, I had to go behind somebody's back, an authority figure, a parent, my husband, to get what I really wanted. And I was walking, we live in the country and I have a very long driveway. So I walk up and down my driveway, and I was out walking and I burst out into tears, and I thought, well, dang it, I'm tired of other people holding me back. It's not me holding me back. I know what I want to do, but I'm tired of being held back and accomplishing what I know I can accomplish. And that all had to do with self-esteem and self-image and a whole bunch of things. But it came down to, I just got tired of being told, no, you can't do that. And so I thought, dang it, I'm going to do it. And I think this will propel me on to where I'm trying to get to. And so I've in just the 6-7 weeks that I've joined, it's been a really amazing ride so far. And like you were telling Kylie, it's going to be wild to see how far I've gone in a year. Wow, can't wait.
Absolutely, Angie. I mean, the things we have seen from you in the past 7 weeks are just, you put up an incredible video that you did, into our Your Two Minds community page this morning. You put that up, this most beautiful unique. It was the most amazing video of you saying goodbye to your old self-image and celebrating the new Angie. It's absolutely incredible. You know, you've been jumping in doing Facebook Lives. I hope you're in awe of yourself, because we certainly are. What you've done in such a short time is just amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and I appreciate it so much. Yeah.
It's just awesome. Lisa, I know you touched on it a little bit before, but are you able to just give us a little bit more detail of that, you know, stepping through, making that decision, jumping into the program, and then how things have opened up for you? It's been a little bit longer than 7 weeks for you, a couple of months. So love to hear what's been, you know, opening up for you.
I think the sitting around all day thinking, that was the easy part for me, right? And to make decisions was the easy part for me. But when I had to actually start making some actions, this is where it got a little bit, you know, hazy. Yeah. So the first 2 steps, very easy. Yes, I need to do it. But when it actually came to actually doing actions, like now everything in my body was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I just, you know, sometimes. But what I've learned about the most important thing is regaining my power from making the decision to be on the program. Like regaining the power within me to know that it's nothing outside of me. I create my reality. And so getting my power back, I think it's been like the biggest learning, like the biggest thing, right? And sorry, can you repeat the question again? Sorry. So what made me make the decision?
Yeah, what sort of makes you make the decision to jump into the program, and what that looked like for you, and then you know how, you know, what's changed for you since working with Susanna?
I think what's changed for me, the biggest take homes is writing out my business and how I wanted it to look, and also my accountability partner writing out exactly how I wanted that to look. And at first, I could be like, oh, because I went from, I recall I was like, I hope it's working. I really hope it's working. To now, there's no excuse. It's like I can cancel all those thoughts and say to myself, do I want this to be my reality, or do I want a new reality? So then I've been saying to myself that everything out perfectly. The universe is always working out for me, and just making, like, catching every thought, because my thought creates my reality. So then everybody that's come into my business, the people that I want to help, like exactly down to the T of the people that I want to help and support and develop them career-wise. My accountability partner is exactly, because I wanted somebody that was married, someone that was a mother, but I didn't want somebody that was a mother at my, like, how I was, like 8 months, 9 months. I wanted somebody that was like 8 or 9 years old, this, that, the other, already had a business and was driven like me. Anyway, so I was like, I don't know if this is going to actually work. But then when I spoke to my accountability partner, you can just, I should have like shown her before we had a conversation, this is what I was looking for, because everything was a tick box. And even down to my business now, like when I first started, I didn't even have any hope to even do my business again. And instead of trying to be jack of all trades and just be the visionary of my business, so that's where I've stepped into, like being the visionary and getting the people to do the job that they've been put on the earth to do, right? So then my Facebook page went from like 98 people to over 4,000K in a very small set of time. I employed like a marketing manager. I'm just going into now like employing a sales manager, because I can teach, but all I want to do is hop in, say, well done, guys, and then bye. That, I'm being honest, that's really what I want to be doing. And I've now building my sales team around about 5 people. So from when I jumped on the course, where we started from and where we are now, it's just incredible. It's like night and day. So I knew at the beginning that I didn't have an option. I had to do this. It wasn't like, oh, if I maybe next year, maybe 6 months, maybe this. It wasn't that. It was like, I have a calling. I have something that I need to do while I'm on this planet. and I needed to make that decision. Even though I was scared, yes, fair enough, but I still need to make that decision. And on the other side of it, there's still challenges every day, but everything is more ease and flow. So just applying the principles, like I didn't have to apply all the principles because you cannot in this short space of time, but just taking the principles, taking the suggestions, like even if I'm tired, still writing out the serenity chapter, like doing these things, like who are the people that I want to attract into my life? I write out, this is what I want them to look like a list of that. And those people are just attracted to me. I would say it's magic, but yes, that's where I am now. But for me to jump on the course, it was like, I was in a position that I don't have the luxury to have yes or no. I asked the universe brought, and then we just move on. Next.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for sharing. And like I said before, you're the most driven, determined, in just beautiful, absolutely beautiful energy, Lisa. I'm sure everyone on this call can feel your energy just booming through the screen. You're absolutely amazing, and what incredible things that are opening up for you and success you're already having within a couple of months. So it's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Benisa, would love to hear from you. So that sort of decision process, I know that was a big decision for you as well, to jump into the 12-month coaching program. What did that look like for you? And how are things changing for you since you've been in it for the past sort of 7 or so weeks?
Okay, so financially it was scary. It was scary because it was like, that's a lot of money. But I say to myself, if I had known about your opulent self earlier, before I went to varsity, I would have not gone to varsity and paid for your opulent self, because I feel it's what I need more than what I learned in varsity. Like I say, growing older made me realize that I'm so spiritual and I don't know how to handle it. I don't know what to do, and finding your opulent self, I'm now able to manage my subconscious. I'm able to manage, we manage time, we manage what we eat, and we forget that our spirit also needs to be managed. Our spirit also needs nurturing, it also needs guidance, it also needs love. And I'm able to do that now, and it's such a relief. It's such a breeze. It's so amazing. So amazing. So I think that would answer your second question of how it's been. It's been really awesome. I love the fact that I can give my spirit time and give it the care and the love that it deserves. And we tend to also forget how the spirit is our main priority, before the physical, before anything else. So once the spirit is taken care of, then everything else falls into place. Everything falls into place. So since I've started this journey, I'm watching how everything is falling into place. Even my days, they're not as clustered and as hectic as they used to be. I just make sure that I take it we say one day at a time, I say one split second at a time.
I love that.
Time.
Take a deep breath, take a deep breath, and to always meditate on things before I respond or before I react. I take it in, I meditate on it, and then only do I respond, on how I feel about it. So it's just been a breeze. It's just been, so, and it's exciting that I still have more time. The importance of me joining this is, doing it alone is not easy. It's not easy. So that's, your opulent self assists me in that you have a community. You have Susanna who's there every day, who's there every day to feed you, to say, yo, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. So that helps a lot. That helps a lot. But you know,
Yeah.
you're not alone. You're not the only one that's weird, you know. It helps a lot. So yeah.
I love that. And what you say about the spirit is so true, because it's, you know, what Susanna teaches is about really trusting our spirit, connecting with it, really listening to it, which is, Lisa, you were saying before, you know, you put the call out to the universe came back and answered, and you listen to it. So it's learning to trust that intuition, following that. And which is amazing, which you're all doing so beautifully. And Benisa, you touched on the community, which is something I wanted to ask you all as well, because we have this, you know, Susanna, the most incredible, I believe, the best coach in the world at what she does. She is absolutely incredible at what she does. So we have her every Monday, twice every Monday.
Yes.
Throughout the week, she's just there. So we have this incredible mentor and guide. But we also have this beautiful width and depth within our community where, you know, we're all connecting with each other. Friendships are blossoming around the globe. We have, you know, Lisa, you touched on accountability partners. So your accountability partner is also another client of Your Team Mind. So it's just, I'd love to get your feedback from each of you, what that means. You know, we have our study circles. So I'd love to hear from each of you what that sort of experience of the whole community itself has been for you. Angie, did you want to share first?
Sure. The community is great, and you're very supportive yourself, Joe. You know, anytime I have a question, I'll whip it to you, and as soon as you can, you whip it back. And Susanna's been great and supportive, and she can tell when she needs to talk to me or something, or get something straight with what's going on in my head. And so, you know, the support is definitely there. And even in the community itself, you know, we're posting things in the forum group, and everybody is so supportive. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Kylie, what about for you? How's it been for you?
It's been amazing. Like the support I'm getting from you, Joe, and from Susanna has been incredible. Just helping with the doubt that I've had and putting that into terms that I need to have them in those positive terms to be able to grow and flourish has been absolutely amazing, and helping with that has been incredible. I can't ask for any better support people to have around me. And even the community of the fellow Your Team Minds participants, it's amazing how similar some of our stories can be with each other, and resonate with each other, and just sharing that is so heartwarming.
Yeah,
A lovely
absolutely.
community. Yeah.
Absolutely, and we're so blessed to have such a diverse community from all corners of the globe. And I think Susanna, she mentioned throughout the week that, you know, we have clients on every continent apart from Antarctica. So we're working on that. I might have to do a trip down there and, you know, rustle up some penguins or something. But we've got every corner of the globe. We have incredible clients, and we come from completely different backgrounds, completely different cultures, but we're all so united in our common, you know, growth and development and spirituality and energy, and it's so special. It is so special. It really is. Benisa, how has it been for you, the whole sort of Your Two Minds community? What's that experience been for you?
Yo, it's been so awesome, Joe. It's been really, really awesome. And I love how every Monday, I love that every Monday vibe, because I mean, Monday is the beginning of the week, you know. So just after the Monday class, you just want to get into it, you know, to plan out your week and make sure, you know, you've done you've written down the tasks that you want to fulfill by the end of that week, you know. So I like that Monday vibe. I love the energy it brings to me personally, you know. I really enjoy that. And with regards to the community, I'm more of I love one-on-ones. I'm also sort of a private person, you know. So I love the fact that we are able to do group, and then we are also able to do one-on-one, you know. So I love that a lot. That is, yeah, go. That
Yeah.
is so cool, you know. And then yeah, but it's been great. It's been great. It's been awesome, and looking forward to more.
Wonderful. And we absolutely adore having you. And I know our Thursday night study circles, each of you have come along at different times, and you know, we always love having your energy there, Benisa, and you'd always contribute, and your insights.
Yeah,
It's just beautiful. It's just
yeah.
beautiful.
We
Yeah.
we we. I used to hate Mondays, but yeah, I have a now I
Yeah.
like Mondays because Mondays you get to plan your week and you
Yeah.
get to like be on gear one, you know, to make sure by the end of the week you are on gear five and we
Yeah.
smooth sailing. So yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's definitely a common theme through our community. You know, we all, at one point, you have that paradigm of just, you know, you dread the Mondays, Sundays, and you look towards the week and go,
Mm,
oh, but now
mm,
Mondays, it just,
mm.
you know,
And also
marvelous Mondays.
everyone. Sorry, Joe.
No, you're
And
right.
also everyone, you know, I don't think that the ladies, well, and the gents realize how you guys inspire me so much, you know. Um, just hearing different people's stories and where they come from and where they want to go. It's so inspiring. It's really, really inspiring. So I think it was also smart for Susanna to not only make it a one-on-one session, but to also make it a community because we get to feed off each other, you know,
Yeah.
and have that sense of knowing that we're not going through it alone. There's other people who are going through it and we all want to make it. And seeing people say that they've made it, like, yes, I got to sign the contract, or yes, I got the job, or yes, like Lisa said, you know, her followers went up to 4K. I mean, that's inspiring, you know, that's inspiring to hear, to know that it really does work, you know, if you put the energy into it, if you put the proper vibrations into it, it definitely does work. So it's very inspiring to get to hear stories from other masses, you know. Yeah.
Absolutely, and I think the group coaching sessions are so
Mm,
powerful, and there is a learning and a healing from everyone's experience, story, question, whatever comes up. There's something in it for each one of us to take away and really
mm,
resonate with. So they're really powerful. And the beautiful thing is that even though they are the group coaching, if anyone has a question, Susanna will not end the call until
mm,
everyone's, you know,
mm,
asked a question or had what they need to get from it. So, you know, she's so
mm,
generous, incredibly generous. Yeah. And
mm,
Lisa, what has the community experience been like for you?
Is that for me? What did you ask?
I believe
For
that I
Lisa.
have the best coach in the planet, like on the planet, like no doubt. To know that there's someone out there that's energetically holding you up, right?
Mm,
Um, it's just amazing because there are some times, not it doesn't happen often, but there are some times where I can spiral in my thought, and then I just jump on a Monday call. And even this Monday where they talk, I don't know how much we can say, yeah, but like even this Monday where we was talking about taking control of our mind again, like we are in control now, subconscious mind, right? So even that, after the week that I had, was like, yes, I needed that. So I think we have the best coach, the best community. A couple of weeks ago, like nothing really like terrifies me, right? I left home at 15, so there's nothing much, but this thing about going into Bentley absolutely terrifies me, and I realized that it was connected to wealth and the money manifestation, all this kind of stuff. And actually trying to go into Bentley the first time, I was like, oh my god. And then I just did a video and how much support that I got from the whole community. It's just a shop, it's just a car shop, but what was going on in my mind, oh my god, right? But then when I reached the other side, everybody like congratulated me, yeah, you're going to be driving that Bentley soon. And like I said to my accountability partner Lisa, that the car, like it's so crazy, like I imagined how it was going to be, what the people were going to like, how they was going to receive me. And the car that I won, that I've seen in my future before, was actually on the door, and it said sold. So I was going in as my future self, right? So when I went in and I seen sold, and it was like the only difference is the interior is red and I want a black interior, but the actual SUV and everything is exactly like what I imagined in my mind. So I was like, yes, I'm on the right path. And then I went out. But I think the course in itself is exposed my thoughts, like the thoughts that I thought, oh, I'm such a positive person, like, but the actual thoughts and what was going on in my mind was exposed. And then some of the exercises that I would do, I'd be like, oh my gosh, no wonder I'm getting these results, because the exercises expose what's really going on. Like like you have your belief, but it goes underneath that belief. And then knowing that you have the power to change it, and there's someone there that's going to give you those tools. You can only go as far as what your programming is. So you need someone that's already where you want to be to give you that guidance to get where you want to be. If they've already done it, they know the formula. I need to be with the people that know the formula. So we have an amazing, amazing, amazing leader. We have an amazing, amazing, amazing community, very supportive. I love being a part of like the whole process. It's been the journey. I can only use the word realization, like exposing what has been holding me back, exposing my thoughts, and knowing that I have the power to change like my whole surroundings. And even now I get to the point where if anything shows up, because things still show up, and I'll just look at it like in my who I am, like a spiritual being, and I don't respond to it. I just like, okay, and I just keep saying this what I actually want until what I want shows up. I don't react to anything that is not in line with the vision. If you're not in line with the vision, this is just a fake reality to me. So the whole process I love.
And we love you. Oh my God, everything you just said is just so powerful, Lisa. I absolutely love it. I love it. She's going to bottle your energy, and just, yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And Susanna put up a comment, you belong in a Bentley, Lisa. She said you belong in a Bentley. So, and I absolutely agree. You do belong in a Bentley. It's, yeah.
In a Bentley, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I might have 4 or 5 different colors, you know?
Oh, I like it. I like it, depending on what mood you're in. Absolutely. Now that is opulent. I absolutely love it. So I'd just love to quickly ask you, each of you, do you believe that if you hadn't have jumped in to your 2 Minds 12-month coaching program with Susanna, do you believe that you'd be where you're at now? Or do you think you would have, been, do you think you believe where you are now?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome.
Definitely. No, yeah. Definitely.
My honest answer, I feel like I just had such a deep belief that this was the only option. Do you know what I mean? Like there was no other, this was the next step. So I don't have any, so I don't know, because if it wasn't this, it would have been something else like this to take me to the next. That's how much I believe that the next step was brought to me, and this was my next step. So it's very difficult to say, would I be here when I would be here? I still think I would be here, because something else, what I needed, would bring me to where I needed to be. And I think before, when I was speaking to you guys, before I made the decision, I was like, I just thought that there was another step that I needed to take before I jumped on this one. But sometimes skip all those steps. They're not necessary, just go to the next level. So I can't answer whether, my answer is still yes, I would be at this point, whether or not I'd taken the course. But I would have needed something like this to bring me to where I'm going to be. Like my current thinking would not have brought me to the level where I'm at now, is what I'm trying to say. So I can't say yes or no, because it was this anyway. It wasn't another option.
I love that. So we've also, in the workbook, the Opulent Self workbook, we've included the decisions article from that. And now this decisions article, we all know this and love this one. I just was wondering if there's anything particular out of that article that resonates with each of you that you'd love to just share with us. Just anything out of that you'd love to talk about or talk to. Angie, did you want to?
There are several things in that article, and I'm sitting here going, which one do I really want to pick? Probably the first one that came across was where it says, once you make the decision, you will find all the people, the resources and ideas you need. And if you be down a little further, it says, and every time, whatever your need to achieve, or whatever you need to achieve your goal, you will attract it. And so, and like I said earlier, I needed some kind of a program or a coach or something, and I knew I needed that, but I didn't know where to turn to look, and how and where do you find a coach, and it just came together just like it says in that particular part of that writing about decision. It came, and it came when I really wasn't necessarily. I was looking for it, but I wasn't like on the internet looking for it. It just came, and that's just how the whole program works. Once you get your thoughts in line the way they should be, then things just seem to happen and click, and that's all I can say about it. It just works. It just happens.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. It absolutely does. Kylie, what about you with the decisions article? Is there anything in there that really resonates with you?
Yeah, there's many parts of it, but the one that I resonate with the most at the moment is the paragraph where there's the very basic law of the universe is to create or disintegrate. Decision causes disintegration. How often have you heard the person say, I don't know what to do? How often have you heard yourself say, what should I do? I've made a decision for myself to stop asking others of what should I be doing or what should I do. I feel that with the coaching from you, Joe and Susanna, that my thoughts are clearer, they're confident, and confident in myself and making new decisions for myself. So that has, yeah.
Absolutely. Once you start making the decisions, it's really empowering as well, isn't it?
That's right.
You get the confidence.
I just feel like I can be forward from that and just developing myself to be the person who I want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. That's incredible. And Lisa, what about you?
I think I know I keep going on the past, but sometimes I need to reflect to see how far I've actually come, because sometimes I don't. But I think before I was always looking outside of myself. Like I would make a decision, but then I'll be talking to someone outside to confirm that what I'm doing, I should be doing. But as a leader, you cannot be doing that. Like you're responsible for people's lives. You cannot just be like wishy-washy, hot and cold, lukewarm, right? You have to make definite decisions and have trust in your decisions. So I love the article altogether, because sometimes, even though when you do make a decision, now I know this word about paradigms or whatever, your thoughts will come in and try to like go away. But then because you're set, you can be like, yes, this is what I'm going to do. But what I do, I think the part that resonates with me in the chapter is that like it's near the end where it talks about planning things in advance. So this falls in line with my goal, which gives me more courage to know that my goal is going to be achieved. Yeah. Even though it's coming in its physical form already, it's already achieved, but setting the date and working towards that date, knowing that it's coming, So yes. Yeah. And I think I just started very small, because sometimes when I talk to my partner, be like, oh, what do you want to eat? I'm like, oh, I don't know. What do you want to eat? What do you like? So now I just make definite decisions. I'm just like, yes, I want to eat this, right? So I had to start very small. But every time I read the article, it's like a brand new article. Like, I'm like, was this bit even in here before? Like, where's this bit come from? Like, so... yeah, that's, I think, what resonates. And I think a lot of people are so scared of failure as well. And he does talk about that failure in there. And failure is just feedback. It's just telling you that what you're doing is not working. And I like the fact where he's like, it will make you stronger, like toughen you up for the big win. So yes, I like the article in itself. Like you can read it 1,000 times, and every time you read it, it's like a different article. So yes.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I've read this so many times, and even today I highlighted a whole new paragraph that really just stood out to me today. So it's you cannot, and I know we've all said this, but you cannot read this enough. And like Lisa's, you're saying you read it regularly as well. It's just so many poignant facts in this and reminders. So yeah. And Benisa, what about you with the article? What really clicks with you or resonates with you?
Okay, mine is at the top of the article where it says decisions or the lack of them are responsible for the breaking or making of many careers. Individuals who have become more proficient at making decisions without being influenced by the opinions of others are the same people whose annual income falls into the 6 and 7 figures categories. So that stood out for me, you know, shutting out everything and concentrating on what I need to do. What am I saying? What is my decision? So as a musician, I have a management team, I have a band, I have a media team. Yes, they've got allocated work, but I have to make the final decision, you know.
Yep.
So that helped me in that.
Session,
And
yes.
to also speak out when I don't like something, you know, when I feel like the keyboardist is playing too many keys in my verse, I have to speak out and say, yo, ease down on the keys, you know, come in at this, come in at that, you know. And it just helped me. Like there's so much power in that, Joe. Yo, there's so much power in that. And you realize that when you have a team, that's exactly what they need. They need that. They need you to come out and tell them that, listen, do it this way, do it that way. You know, when they ask questions, so what time are we meeting? 8 o'clock, and don't be late. You know, when would you like this to be done? I'd like this to be done by Monday. Guys, make sure you know the song, and you know, it just helps everything that fall into place and for people to get things going, because as a leader, when you slack, then your whole team slacks, you know. As
That's
a
right.
leader, when you are indecisive,
Team.
everybody else becomes confused and they don't know what to do, you know. But when you make decisions and you let them know it's blue, red, yellow, they take it in and know, okay, cool. There's blue, red, yellow. There's no other way, you know, and it just keeps the ball rolling. So, since reading this article, it helped me a lot also with running my band. Like things are moving, things are moving, things are moving. Yeah, you know, it's so weird. This today we were rehearsing our last song, so now we actually have a full set. Before this, it was slacking. It was like, oh, it was draining. It was draining because it was always, so what do you want to do, Bonisa? And it's like, I'd have to think about it. I'd say to them, no, and procrastinating, telling them that, no, let me go home and think about it and I'll let you guys know, you know. But having a vision, having a goal, it makes you be able to make the decision now, because you already know what the vision is, you already know what the goal is. So when they ask you any question, you have the answer now.
Absolutely. That's incredible. And can I just add in, your music is absolutely divine. I highly recommend everyone needs to listen to your band, Benisa. Your soul is just beautiful.
Thank you
Such
so much,
beautiful
Joe.
music. So congratulations, and what an incredible leader you are for your band.
Thank
It's
you. Thank you so
absolutely
much, Joe.
amazing.
Thank
My
you, Joe.
gosh, this has been the most incredible hour. Thank you all so, so much for your time, for sharing a bit of you with us all, your journey and experiences. I know Susanna is so ridiculously proud of you all. Hi. Susanna is so proud of you all and adores every single one of you. And I do as well. So we cannot wait to see where you all are in another, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. And thank you for your time. We're all in different time zones. Some very early in the morning. Benisa, I know you're about 5 a.m. now, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then Angie, I think you're headed towards 10 p.m. And
It's
Lisa,
11
you're a couple
o'clock.
hours behind us.
Yeah.
11 o'clock, right?
11
Okay.
o'clock.
It's just a few hours. Yeah.
A couple hours behind us.
11.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's all. Thank you to all of you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
my
Bless.
absolute honor
Yeah.
and pleasure to speak with you
Thank
all, and
you.
thank you to
Thank
share
you,
as
Gerald,
well.
for
Thank you.
organizing all of this. Yeah.
Oh, it's my absolute pleasure. Thank you. And stay tuned tomorrow for day 7. Colette will be interviewing 3 incredible humans as well, and you can hear about their experience and journeys. So tune in for day 7 of your Opulent Self. And if anyone has any questions, if you're watching this and you have any questions about the 12-month coaching program, if you're sitting on the fence, anything at all, there's no obligation in a conversation. So please just reach out and connect with your success advisor or myself, and we'll be more than happy just to explain how it all works. And we cannot wait to welcome more of you into our community very, very soon. So thank you all. Angie, Bonisa, Kylie, Lisa, thank you so much. Love to you all. Have an incredible day, evening. And look forward to seeing you in our group session on Monday.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful
Bye,
weekend.
Joe.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye,
you. Bye-bye.
everyone. Bye.